face group than the ones we saw this morning. This morning we were talking about the headaches of free trade, and now we will talk about a whole nother world that this industry and the world is coming into. And that's the conversation about sustainability, organic, green, environmental. What is it? What does it mean to you? And what will it mean? I don't think we can solve the world's problems today, but we'll try, okay? We have a very, very interesting panel. I'm just going to introduce the person that I know very, very well, and I'm going to let our other panelists introduce themselves. Mike Farid of Nature USA is the only company in Los Angeles that has a fair trade certification. What that means is something that he will tell you how to get it. Is it important? And to the importance of certification, we have the rest of our panelists. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves. This whole setup is not working. Let's start with Karri Ann. Would you introduce, you have a mic there. Circular fashion, LA. It's a term that you all should be familiar with, will be familiar with, and have to work it into your programs.
Thank you, Ilse. So I'm also a teacher at Woodbury University, which Ilse comes and speaks to once a year, so I'm happy to be on the panel with you. So my company is Circular Fashion LA. We focus on, how many of you heard the term circular economy or circular fashion? Okay, but not all of you, so a decent amount of you. Okay, so what we focus on is helping brands and working with the city and such to create what's called circular fashion. What that means is basically using current textiles that are already out there as your new raw materials. So it's getting off the dependence of raw virgin materials like cotton and trees and ranch land and petroleum. And it's really, there's so much of these textiles out in the world and in the landfill. And it's an underutilized commodity that actually, with new technologies that have become available since 2017, there's a lot of possibility for new textiles to hit the market that are fully recycled, fully circular. And in addition to the production of your products, the product as a service sales model, like rental sales models, and keeping products in use is the other part of the circular economy. And so that's what my company does.
Is it all reuse? Are we talking about reuse?
Well, the goal is to keep products in use as long as possible until their end of life, or then they will be recycled. And then also designing for recyclability and such. Reuse is the first step of circular fashion, but reclaiming your waste products would be like the holistic, full aspect of that.
Okay, and Blythe Hill, would you tell us what you do?
So I run the Dressember Foundation, which is an anti-human trafficking nonprofit organization. And we use fashion as our vehicle for raising awareness and funding for anti-trafficking work across the US and across the world. In 6 years, we've been able to raise $7.5 million towards programmatic work, really comprehensive wraparound work for the issue. And then we also have an ethical dress collection, and this year we added ties because we use primarily dresses and ties as our what fuels our style campaign in December. So this is our our fifth year of offering an ethical dress collection handmade by survivors of trafficking in Nepal. And then our first year of offering a tie collection as well.
Hi everyone, my name
Mike?
is Yes. Should I pass on the mic? I'm already in trouble. I have a tendency to get in trouble all the time. Thank you for having me on the panel. I want to pass the mic and have the conversation come to you.
Hi everybody, my name is Kathryn Knox. I have been in corporate luxury fashion for almost 19 years, and I've actually lived sustainably longer than that. So that's hitting around 20 years at this point. About 7 years ago, I left the corporate fashion world and I started my own company called Stone 7. We produce events and experiences that elevate the current narrative around what sustainable fashion looks like. And now that's morphing into what the entire lifestyle looks like, because there is a conversation to be had around it, but nobody wants to be a smelly granola hippie. So we say it's fashion or life and everywhere in between, but with a side of granola.
Hi everybody, my name is Elisha. My journey of sustainable and ethical fashion started about 10 years ago now when I went to Haiti for the first time, and that is where I realized that job creation was the key to ending poverty. So 5 years ago, I started my own small business working with artisans there, and through that journey I realized I was doing fair trade and not even knowing that's called fair trade. And that's how I stumbled upon Fair Trade LA, a nonprofit based here in Los Angeles, and about a year and a half ago became the director of Fair Trade LA. So we're really focused on raising awareness on the consumer side for the demand of fair trade, but I'm really excited to be here to talk to producers in the supply chain side, because I believe that we need that partnership to really take this movement and make a difference in the world.
So staying with that, because you are fair trade and Mike has the